Directly in the mouth?
Yes, open your mouth wide. Chew and then swallow.
Mmm. Today we'll try some of the most incredible cuisine in the entire world, Indian. Rich in spices, there's nothing else quite like it. Some of the most diverse flavors, from cloves to cardamom. Yum. That's ginger and garlic, and of course a lot of curry. Believe me, for this episode I had to pace myself and make sure I didn't eat too much. The main thing is that you don't break the bottom. The point's not only to eat, it's to survive later. Let's try a legendary dish from one of the local restaurants. Right here on Paranza Street, some of these restaurants were founded in the 19th century, like this one, that's been here since 1872. Indian street food is entirely unique. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know how my stomach is going to react to this. How do people eat Indian street food and not die? I know many of you are scared by just the thought of food made on this kind of street. I think this is a very cool replacement for pizza. Guys, the most important thing is that the food is hot, because that means it's safe. You have to think about this in India. But if you know the right places, this country will give you the full taste experience. The food here is incredibly tasty. Always prepare your stomach and your nerves. Know your own tolerance, but all of it is tasty. India is a country with incredibly cheap food, and there are a lot of reviews on the internet about what you can eat here in this country for under $1. For example, an entire bowl of pav bhaji in Mumbai is usually sold for 40 to 60 rupees. Or a pancake that is made from potatoes, aloo paratha, only costs about 10 rupees. A bottle of water in a restaurant will barely even run you anything at all. It's only 24 rupees. In India, you must understand, street food is like a religion. There is nowhere in this country where street food is not around. In the middle of traffic jams, they sell some kind of sandwiches or fried samsu. In the markets, they sell dozens of different types of snacks, potatoes and pastries, spicy curries and chapati, everything you can think of. Near every house, everywhere, there is street food all over. In Delhi, there is a place called Paranta Street. This is the street of Paranta. Paranta is an Indian flatbread, into which they put some cheese and various spices and other ingredients. Here on Paranta Street, some restaurants were founded back in the 19th century. This one here, for example, was founded in 1872. But I will tell you, Paranta in India is the most expensive and tasteless, in my opinion. It is hot. Look inside, there is cheese and some paneer. And there are various spices mixed in.
Don't you want to try some of these sweets?
First, I'll try it by itself. Let's try it out. It has a crispy crust. There is melted cheese filling inside of it. Naan, unlike the previous two flatbreads, is made from a yeast dough and refined fine white flour. Naan is fried in oil in very thin sheets that is sprinkled with spices, cheese, and garlic, or it's soaked in butter and flavored oils. Just look at this guy. Look at how fast he makes these flatbreads. It's incredible. That is a professional at work. He works like some kind of machine, moving quickly so he doesn't burn himself. And they're so thin. Look, they're thinner than a sheet. Look at them. They're even thinner than a piece of tissue. In this light, you can see right through them. That is how thin they are. May I try one?
What's that?
May I please try one?
Give him one.
Look at this. Check out this level of skill. You can see the light through it. Turn the camera this way. You can see the sky through it. It's so thin, it's transparent. That is just how thin it is. It's hot. I'll try it. Now that's a tasty flatbread. It's a little bit salty and spicy. But that is not all. In India, pancakes are popular. Only here they are called dosa. And there are also flatbreads that are made from beans that are reminiscent of pizza. What is it called in India?
Munkadal paneer.
Munkadal paneer.
Yeah, that's right.
Munkadal paneer.
Paneer, that's good.
I did good? I still can't pronounce it properly, but in common terms, this is Indian pizza. May I have one? The flatbread is made from dal, which is a thick Indian pea soup with lots of flavor and spices. It's so fascinating to me because if you fry it, you get bean bread. It is so strong and fried, almost crispy on the outside, but it's really, really soft on the inside. This is flatbread. I'm going to try it with the sauce. This is definitely a cool replacement for pizza, you know? Guys, the most important thing is that the food is hot, because that means it is safe to eat. You have to think about this in India. Because the point is not only to eat, it's to survive later. A few words about India being anti-sanitary. It is, of course, a known issue to the whole world.
Hi.
This is because of videos like this. A guy quietly pees into a ladle right behind the counter, then adds water to dilute it, and then pours it all out nearby as if nothing happened. The men who pack the crackers put their feet on them and then afterwards will lick them. It's not only street food that can be unsafe to eat here. Recently, it turned out that even the food on Indian trains, which is cooked in professional kitchens and whose chefs should follow safety, turned out to not be safe for human consumption in any way, shape, or form. The food was found to be dirty and rotten, and this is the data from the Indian government itself. Numerous guides recommend not only that you don't drink water from any tap in India at all, but they also say to avoid drinking tea on the street as it could be made with dirty water. Do not eat any street food, especially if it hasn't been cooked. Do not buy cheese or fruits on the street. It is dodgy. For example, these pineapples are sprinkled with unknown water from a dirty container. It really doesn't look like the safest thing to eat. Most of the chefs who make street food are residents of the Indian slums, and this is how they prepare their food. Also, there is no running water, so they wash vegetables in puddles. Only eat food that is hot, preferably cooked in front of you, and just be careful of the food you choose to consume. Although I will say, I have never been poisoned by Indian street food. Although I have not eaten anywhere, perhaps I was lucky. And I'll tell you for sure, I miss Indian cuisine so much, like a lot. It is the most delicious food I know. Look what they use in India as disposable dishes. Everyone should do this. They're just leaves that are fastened together with toothpicks, quite eco-friendly. In these leaves, you can put a lot of things. For example, a piece of ginger or some rice with sauce. Just watch this. In goes some good food, a little sauces, and it's ready. Oh, and as disposable glasses, they use tiny clay pots that can disintegrate. You drink from it and you can break it right away.
Sir, your drink?
Here's some whipped cream in them with sugar and ice. Thank you. It is sweet. It tastes just like kefir. I used to have this in school. It tastes exactly the same. Nostalgic. My parents gave me kefir with sugar in it instead of ice cream. Oh, very, very, very sweet that. To be honest, it is just too sweet for me. This is what an old school Indian blender looks like. This is what they use to whip cream together with sugar and ice to make this cold drink that you see here. And they top it off with some syrup. I'm warning you, do not try drink this if you are not sure about the cellar or your stomach is sensitive. But most important is that you throw this glass away as soon as you are done with it. These are disposable dishes. This dish is called golgappa, a very popular snack in India. In fact, this is a fried piece of bread with broth inside. It's both sweet and spicy. For 20 rupees, you can get 5 of these. You need to eat them really quickly. The outside is quite crispy, and they are spicy and sweet at the same time. This dessert is so spicy and sweet. So good. Yeah. And this one is called Pani Puri. This dish is the most popular dessert for just about every Indian food challenge you will see. It's actually to see who will eat the most fastest. I've already had 3.
For sale!
The 5th and final one. This is some marathon challenge, just for eating.
Like it?
It must be said they're really tasty. They're refreshing.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's really good.
A little sweet. They mostly spicy. At the end of the drop of sourness. The cook also needs to act rather quickly. In order to make the finished ball, he usually pierces a hole with his fingers. He'll add the potatoes with spices and dips it in the sauce. That dough is so thin that while you take it, it literally spreads everywhere on the plate. The main thing is that you don't break the bottom. But we'll see about that later. Chhat is one of the most popular dishes in Delhi. It is pretty much fried potato. In Russia, it is usually called potato in the villages. Only here, it is made with a lot of spices. Very, very different. To try out Chhat, I came to Dalchand Kashyap, who is known as the Potato King of Delhi. They even shot an episode about him in the series about the best potato in the world on Netflix.
I love cooking potatoes. Ever since I was young. Try one.
It was Dalchand, through his appearance on television, who did a lot to make Indians look at Indian street food in a different way. In case you hadn't noticed, his chefs are even wearing gloves. He cooks only 2 types of potato dishes here at his street stall. Aloo Chhat, which is potato slices that are first boiled and then fried up in spiced oil, and aloo tikki. Mashed up and boiled potato is mixed with flour and filling, then pressed into a disc shape that are fried until nice and crispy. And on top of this, they're served with several sauces and some fresh veggies and spices on top, and it's ready.
Thank you.
Can I have some of this? What's it called?
Chhat.
The secret of the taste of Chhat is right here. This sauce in the saucepan. There is a sauce in India that is commonly called chanti, but its contents can be very different between different vendors. It can be salty or sweet or spicy, but most often it is all of these together, and in some proportion that is the secret of the chef.
This place right here is very famous, and it's all because they have the most delicious, and I do mean delicious, fried potatoes and mashed potato with all these different spices. And it's topped with tomato chutney and also with mint chutney.
His, chutney is it is amazing. We buy chutney for my mother, who is 86 years old. She loves his chutney.
Chutney or chutney? It is just a sauce,
You
right?
call it
Yes,
sauce.
you can say that.
We call it chutney.
Oh,
My mother, she always takes it from here and brings it back home. And she eats her morning breakfast with this chutney, with this sauce.
what is inside this sauce?
This is, tamarind? Yes, tamarind. In it is lots of spices, palm sugar. It's a combination of ingredients which are very unique to him, and only he knows what the recipe is, and he won't give it to us.
Look at this. Dalchand himself picks out the best pieces of fried potato for each of his clients, and then he reaches into his secret recipe and sprinkles
Not
them
spicy.
with spices. Spicy. He puts the sauce on top, and then some lemon too. He didn't like that lemon pulp that fell in the dish. He removed it with his hands and then mixed it thoroughly. All this on top is a little decoration of fresh radish and beets.
Hello.
Would you please stop the video and comment? How do you feel seeing food that looks like this? Is this something you would eat? Appetite or fear for your stomach afterwards? So guys, right here we have some classic street food. Chhat, and there's aloo tikki, which is also potatoes, but they're mixed with flour and they're fried in the form of cutlets and then mashed into tiny pieces, generously doused with various sauces and sprinkled on top. You see some vegetables. Well, and that's how it's served. Let's start with the Chhat. The potato slices are crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. Oh, it's quite spicy. and it's sour. With a very rich taste of spices. The taste of potatoes is amazing. Much more sour than ordinary potatoes, which I'm used to, if I'm being honest. I love fried potatoes and have them all the time. But this is a different taste, and they're much more crispy. They're hard on the outside. It doesn't feel like potatoes. It feels like it's, like dough and not potatoes. But it's still soft on the inside. Such an effect is due to the fact that the potatoes are boiled preemptively and then fried in the hottest oil possible. This is a very unusual way of eating potato. Fried potatoes, but with such a taste, as if, I can't tell you, you've never tasted anything like it. This is a very cool snack. But so spicy that I want to drink something. These are incredible potato pancakes. At home they're called draniki. Those of you who like draniki, put a like below. I love draniki, to be honest. It is the best. Grated potatoes that are then fried in hot oil. What could be better? But this potato, you can see, it has the crispiest crust I have ever seen. I'm sure it shouldn't be so hard, so I'll try it separately. It wasn't too difficult to break apart. The potatoes have been fried to absolute perfection. These are extremely well-made draniki. Well, the Indian version.
Sometimes it's called rosti.
It's a little less spicy than Chhat. Something just spoke over there. Well, that was creepy. So less spicy than Chhat. With a sweet-ish kind of sauce. You know what? It reminds me of a mild dessert. A dessert that is very spicy. Inside the tikka, they put pressed beans that are mixed with pepper. By the way, it's just amazing, but it seems like there's no curry in here at all. This is the first dish I've eaten in India that doesn't have even a hint of curry flavor. It is juicy, delicious, crispy. It's cool. It's cool. A very unusual draniki, the most unusual draniki of my whole life. Although the stall looks unkempt and unsightly like others around it, Delhi residents who know about it travel to the other end of the city just to buy these potatoes.
Thank you.
Why do you like it? I mean, why specifically come here for these potatoes?
It's just better. And it's spicy. And it's just delicious. It's special.
But it doesn't have curry. I thought everything in India is cooked with curry, but there's no curry in this.
Yes, there's no curry here, but sometimes there's delicious food without curry.
What do you think your favorite Indian street food is? And are you still afraid of trying Indian street food? Write your comments below. As always, I try to answer any questions personally. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because together we are now moving on. Let's go further.